Hey, this is Lorraine Pursell, and I wanted to share with you, with wet hair and no makeup, being fully authentic, what has shifted for me since I started intermittent fasting and listening to silence 5 days ago, and have stayed faithful to it. Everything has shifted. And I'm completely committed to staying in my heart and being in my heart and dropping anything that doesn't serve my soul's purpose. And my soul's purpose has become very clear. And I have just followed what seemed like the next aligned action for every moment for a while now, but especially in these last 5 days, and just following the next aligned action, staying in my body, crying. I've been crying for about a year, like just at the drop of a hat, just but now it's deeper and moving through sadness, moving through just depth, just going deeper into who I am, and just completely owning who I am. And I know who that is at this point. I don't know who it's going to be. Pretty sure it's always going to involve you, though, because my commitment, and I believe it's my soul commitment, is as I break through to emotional freedom, after I'm taken care of, my next imperative is you. Because as an empath, ultra-sensitive, empowered earth angel, I know we can feel very confused. And as I pioneer my inner terrain, I'm going to hand off the baton to you with the things that have worked for me, so you can come through with your absolute beauty, your absolute essence, your absolute soul's purpose. Because there's nothing else that matters. There's nothing else that matters. There's nothing else that matters than being in your body, moving beyond here. Everybody is up here in these 10 inches. That's it. That's it. And they're running from what is happening in the other 5 feet. Okay? And I am committed to staying in intermittent fasting and listening to silence every single day and watching what I do to distract myself from what my body is telling me, which is what my soul is trying to bring up. I was just in the bathtub for 3 hours in a Epsom salt bath that I kept turning on the hot water for. And I actually saw, and it's not unusual, the revelations that are coming. I actually saw myself in the womb and felt my mother's terror at being unhappily married, and then all of a sudden this baby, holy fuck, what do I do now? I felt her terror. And that explains so much with my life. You know, feeling less than, that I don't deserve, overly responsible, taking care of everybody, overgiving, overloving, blah, blah, blah. But then I saw myself before I came in, and that this was the situation, the circumstance that I chose because I wanted to come through this. I'm staring at the gray streak in my hair. I'm letting my hair grow out. I'm not coloring my hair anymore. But I saw that I chose this. This is what I picked for my soul growth. That was pretty interesting. And then I also saw this morning, I don't know what I was doing. Oh, yes. Okay. So I've been in Matt Kahn's Total Integration program for a long, long time. Total Integration just started, but I've been in his Angel Academies for a long time. And pardon me for belching. He said 2 weeks ago, we have calls every other week. He said 2 weeks ago, this call, which was saying yes to you, this call, if listen to it as often as you want transformation. Like he normally just says, don't listen to the call again, or listen to it once or twice. So because I want transformation so much, because I know that I'm a pioneer for those who want to find their inner terrain so they can break through to being super powerful in their soul's calling. I recorded it for a nighttime, and now I listen to it every night for 2 weeks, even though sometimes I wake up. Hi, Donna. You're going to love this. Watch the replay. Even though sometimes I wake up with a splitting headache like I did this morning, like I want to take a knife and just cut the tendon on my neck because it hurts so bad. I want to do something to relieve the pain in my body from moving through resistance to saying yes to me and believing in me. Today, I moved through that and things just started, 2 weeks. I've been listening every single night, all night long. And I have it running on my computer 24/7. And you will have heard his message coming through subliminally on my recent lives, because I've been propping you up on my computer. And so it's running in the background last Friday and this Monday especially. I saw my whole vision again. And now I'm not going to deny it anymore. I'm going to accept it and go forward. Act as if I have nothing else. I have nothing else but to believe it. Wayne Dyer says, you will see it when you believe it. Abraham says that when you practice the vibration so much that it has to come through. That's where I'm heading. Just practicing that vibration. And then acknowledging the signs of land that come in. And I want to ask you, what is your dream? What is your vision? What is that vision that you see of yourself? That no matter what you do, it won't go away. It just keeps coming up. Not consistently, because your soul's trying to come through. Source is trying to work through you. Universe is trying to shine through you. And if we keep shitting on it, it's going to try to find somebody else. But then in your quiet moments, sometimes it comes through. What is that thing that you've been trying to ignore? And I want to invite you on this journey with me if you want. I don't know if intermittent fasting will be right for you. I don't know if listening to silence. Yes, I do know that listening to silence will be right for you. And moving through the tears and moving through the wanting to vomit and moving through feeling nauseous and sick to your stomach and just feeling it. And staying with the feeling anyway, and letting that move through your body. Staying with the sadness, staying with the fear, staying with the terror until it shifts. and being curious about it. And not judging it. And just being with it. And not running from it. And honoring you. And falling more deeply in love with you. It's the journey I want to invite you on with me if you feel so inclined. Intermittent fasting, the way I've chosen it, it's supposed to be 12 to 16 hours a day with no food. And then just eating whatever that would be. I've chosen to just eat 8 hours a day. So, for example, I am eating from 10:30 to 6:30, which is 8 hours, or noon to 8 p.m. and no more eating after that. And so I'm just having tea. And this morning I had 2 cups of coffee because I was in so much pain. I thought maybe the caffeine of the coffee and the toxins in the coffee, because it's this Folgers shit, would alleviate the pain. So I did. I had 2 cups of shit coffee, but nothing in it. No stevia, no honey. And I've been doing matcha tea. And what I've found from only eating 8 hours a day is that my body has been very thirsty. And so I've been feeding it lots of purified water with organic lemon in it. I cut the lemon and I squeeze it in the bottle. That's what I've been doing. And it is amazing what has been coming up from this. And what I love about it is that I don't have to fast, because I used to fast when I was a born-again Christian. I used to fast to get closer to God. Definitely works, but you have to go through hell to get there. This is minor hell. I've been detoxing for the past, it's just Monday, Tuesday, and today. I don't know how long this is going to go on. This pain in my body is detoxing, but what it's detoxing is toxins and the stuff I've been suppressing and swallowing. And I know that there's an amazing me on the other side, and I'm committed to being 100% authentic me and showing you exactly who I am. I'm committed to that. I'm committed to not putting on airs. I'm committed to not being impressive. I'm committed to not being my old story. And I came to a crossroads this morning where I could, I should just read it to you. That would be the purest form. Now I've got to find where my book is. It might be in the bathroom, which means I'm going to lose connection. So if I lose connection for just a moment, hang with me. Wow. Where is my purple book? Where's my purple? It might be in the kitchen. Here it is. I actually called my good friend Dee James and shared it with her. Oh, this is what was the catalyst. I listened to The Big Leap. My soul was saying, the big leap for about 3 days. Also with intermittent fasting, I was hearing intermittent fasting in my mind's eye, whatever. And then my daughter-in-law, my beautiful daughter-in-law, mentioned at Thanksgiving that she was intermittent fasting and it was doing such remarkable things for her. I'm like, well, if she can do it, I can be courageous and do it. So that's when I started the next day, Friday, November 29th, I think. Yeah, Friday, November 29th. So this is what came up this morning. I'm at a crossroads. Do I go all in with my vision, acting as if, and insisting on nothing less, refusing to accept anything less? I'm going to read that again. I'm at a crossroads. Do I go all in with my vision, acting as if, and insisting on nothing less? My vision. Do I go all in with being a visionary and insist. A visionary talks about the vision as if it's more of a fact than not a fact yet. Because it already is a fact in 5D and in the parallel universe and in the quantum field. It's already a fact. It's just not manifested yet. So what? Do I go all in with my vision, acting as if and insisting on nothing less, refusing to accept anything less? Or do I fall in the ranks of the pipe dreamers who accept that greatness is to the few? It is a standard I approach, and in this watered down state, nothing happens. Hi, Anna, you're going to want to watch this replay. And in this watered down state, nothing happens. I talk of glory days, of international best-selling author. Sorry about that. 2.5 years on NBC, $300,000 income a year, selling it all, and following my dreams to Hawaii, buying a Kona coffee plantation on sacred land overlooking the Pacific where the whales birth their babies. That's what I've accomplished. That's what I've done. That's part of what I've accomplished. But do I fall in those ranks of the pipe dreamers? Like, that happened. What about now? That happened. What about now? What about now? I'm probably going to be crying a lot on these live streams because I'm going to be 100% authentic with you. I'm not going to hide. I'm not going to be impressive. Not that I think I have been. But my promise to you is more authenticity, more 100% commitment to being 100% me. Not for any other reason. And if you get courage from it, great. I'll be doing my live streams to unpeel more of me so that I can grow. And with the intermittent fasting, I'm finding, see, I feel sick to my stomach right now. I'm just being honest with you guys. I feel sick to my stomach. But I'm not going to medicate with food that doesn't feel aligned. I'm not going to meditate with movie. I'm not going to self-medicate. In other words, distract myself with movies that my soul is not saying to watch. I'm not going to self-medicate or distract myself with eating for entertainment. That's what I've done my entire life, is eating for distraction and entertainment. I'm committed to crying. I'm committed to sobbing it out. I'm committing to being with whatever comes up and just letting myself cry until it isn't there anymore. And just being, not doing, just being. So this is what I'm committed to. I'm going to share this. What is my unique ability? Seeing who people really are, inspiring that in them, and showing the way through pioneering my own inner journey. Oh, my own inner jungle. Not journey, my own inner jungle. I have no idea what's in there. I just know it's dark and it's overgrown and it's scary. But I'm committed to the adventure. I'm tapped into source. The veil is very thin for me and always has been. I've always seen. I've decided, number one, I must go, and I'm scared it won't work. I'm a global treasure on the board of the Sophia Institute. I'm not special, But the only thing that makes me unique is that I'm saying yes to myself and my zone of genius. Being a visionary and living in that vision, refusing to believe what I see, but only be the visionary. $50 million in Pinnacle Bank, $50 million in Synovus Bank, $50,000 in Wells Fargo Bank. Driving my white Porsche Macan Turbo S-Pack, which I love so much and love driving as a symbol of my triumph. Programs, products, talks, events, keynotes, globally liberating 100,000 souls each and every year, supported by my soulmate COO, while I'm CEO of my glorious Zone of Genius empire. I know this is it. Gifted members of my community come forward and want to work with me to expand this life-altering work to millions. I'm owning it. I know I've mentioned it before, especially to my small groups. I've mentioned it before, but I'm owning it now, and I'm coming really, really, really public with it now. And that's probably why I feel like throwing up right now, because I've just told you something that sounds so grandiose, but it's not about me. It's not about me. It's about just being another mouthpiece of the ascension and fifth dimension, and the way that it works now, which is what Kyle Cease says as win, win, win. The only way things are going to work now is if it's first in service to ourselves, if second, it's in service to the person who's giving us money for it, and third, that it's good for the planet. Gone are the days when it's just, this was way in the 19th century, the 20th century, just like, oh, I'm going to grab the money and run. 21st century started win-win. Well, actually, toward the end of the 20th century, win-win, good for me, good for you. Now it's got to be also good for the planet. So I'm owning my vision, and I'm coming to you boldly. And this is what I want to say to you. I see 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 who you are. I see your gifts. I see you. And I'm so committed to my soul's work, because it really does go beyond me. I will always take care of myself first, and then I'm committed to turning around and showing you the way, because we're so powerful. One person in alignment is more powerful than millions who are not in alignment. One person in alignment, that means feeling good and being in love with who they are, being in love with that we're not afraid to say that we're equal with God. Jesus wasn't. It says twice in the Bible, know ye not that ye are gods. Jesus didn't think it was blasphemy to be equal with God. And Jesus said, greater things than I do, you will do. What does that tell you? I see you. I see you, beautiful creature. I see you, beautiful soul. I believe in you. I have your back. And I'm committed to this work, first for me and my soul. But I'm inviting you along, for those of you who are ready. If you want to know more about this journey, go to LorrainePursell.com/emotional freedom. LorrainePursell.com/emotional freedom. That's my latest work. Those of us who feel like we don't deserve, those of us who feel like we're less than, those of us who it's actually our ego trip to be inferior. I want you to hear this. It's our ego trip to feel inferior. Not to be full of ourselves, but to be inferior. And I remember even being a little girl and my family trying to encourage me and me just purposely digging my heels in and insisting no. That was my ego trip. Evolution for us is being full of ourselves and believing in ourselves. Ascension for us is believing in ourselves, having our own back, and knowing our beauty and proclaiming that and not being apologetic for being 100% us. This is my path that I'm on now. I'm so excited because this is what I want to share with you. On the other side of the sobbing and the sadness that you cry through, where you feel like you just want to die because you don't know where it's going and it's too scary. On the other side of that is, it's like two sides of a coin. While you're in the process of doing that, you're falling so deeply in love with yourself. There is no other journey, you guys. This is it. It's the self-love journey. It's the self-love journey. There is no other journey. Because as you fall in love with yourself, you fall in love with everybody else too. You can't help it. We're all one. You can't help falling in love with everybody else. As you see your beauty, you can't help but see everybody else's beauty too. Even those who would despitefully use you. Even those who don't know any better. Okay? It's the only safety in the world. I'd love to hear what this is moving in you, because it's it's moving mountains for me. And every time I let myself feel the pain and the sadness and the grief and the terror and stay in my body and feel it and move until it's finished. Who knows how long that is? I don't know. It's like I get this picture now of people mining for ore, and they're in the side of a mountain. It's a big pit that goes way down, just that, those places where they've just excavated out. So I wanted to give you an update on what intermittent fasting and listening to silence. See, it's when you listen to silence and you stay in the silence and you don't move and you don't get up and grab something to eat, or you don't get up and do blah, 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 but you stay here and just let the tears come up, the sobbing come up. You just let it come up and you just stay. You just are being as you're in this. I don't know. I'm just becoming more authentic. I wanted to share that with you. Because I'm removing the last distractions from facing myself. I love you. Thank you for being in my community. I applaud you at whatever stage you're at whatever level you're at. I applaud you because you're on path. That's all I want to say. No matter where you are, you're on path. No matter where you are perfectly where you're supposed to be right now. If where I'm going calls to you, go to LorrainePursell.com/emotional freedom. Yes. Yes. Put your hand on your heart right now and just say yes, 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 yes to your heart's desires. Your heart will not lead you astray. It will be scary though, but we can be in this together. I love you. This is Lorraine Pursell. See you next time.